Hi, it's Claire, your intuitive reader. I did a reading and I'm not sure if I liked it. I'm not sure a few minutes ago. I'm not sure I really liked where it was going. I got some cool visits by my my wonderful cat Onyx. So he made a up close and personal camera appearance. So I might just share it because it's funny. And I like being amused by cats. Maybe other people do too. I think they add a levity to the whole experience. They just show up whenever they want. So I have these cool Lyran Oracle deck. I ended up getting as a gift because another cool tarot reader I love watching. She's really awesome, amazing singer and voice. She constantly talks about the Lyran line, and so I just decided to check out the deck, and then a friend of mine saw it that I was checking it out and just ended up getting it for me. So super nice. But I don't know these cards very well at all. The last reading, which was a weird one, you know, I think part of it is I'm really tired. You know, end of 8th grade for my child, and you know, finals week was a wild ride, and graduation and all that. So who knows, maybe somebody else is going through a lot of transition and change, happiness, but it really definitely does put a strain on all that self-care and getting enough sleep. So I got 35, synchronicity, miracles, let loose, recognition. Okay. So it's funny because I kind of see this as a parental lion with a child lion. I don't know what they call those. A cub. I don't know if that's, there we go. So it's a beautiful card. So, you know, I was just talking about children and how even if you don't have physical children, you might have a pet that you consider your child. You also might just need to be your own parent. I think a lot of the time we forget as we become adults that if we did not get correct parenting, if we didn't get our needs met as children, they still need to be met. So that's our job as adults, that we have to get to a place that we can, you know, parent ourselves, that we can heal those little, bridge those gaps that were not filled by our parents. I mean, if our parents never taught us to brush our teeth, we would still need to learn that. If our parents didn't teach us to have some semblance of acting right in public or in society, or what the rules were, we'd still have to learn it. You can't skip over the lessons that you were supposed to learn in preschool. It's just, I'm sorry, you got to go back. That's my theory on everything. I was a preschool teacher, so I think being aware that if you did not, or you're not adhering to the rules of preschool, that you need to go back there. You know, go maybe watch a little episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I mean, there are golden lessons, and if we didn't learn those when we were in preschool or in that age range, you know, go back to basics. It's freaking a blast being a kid that age. And being adults around kids that age, it just gives you an amazing touch with what life is. Like I said, it's never too late to learn lessons. You know, if you didn't learn how to use phonics correctly, you're going to have to. It's going to be hard to live in this world if you don't understand, you know, why the word knife is spelled the way it is. It makes your life, or sword, you know, that's, you know, doing these cards and stuff. You have to make sure you understand what the words mean. They have impact. People are listening to you. So go back there. Like, I do it all the time. I'm like, oh, I'm not sharing. I'm not, if I have nothing nice to say, I need to be quiet because there's no one else controlling me but me. And then that's like, oh, wow, I should have learned this behavior a long time ago. Okay. Well, just like a child, I'm not going to beat myself up. Children, no. They just are like, oh, okay. Like, one day they're friends with somebody, and then during 1 hour they're not, and then they're best friends again. And, having that childlike view and way of being in life is extremely important. So, and part of that is letting loose. Kids sing. I mean, it'd be amazing. Kids start screaming. They're like, we don't all want to appear crazy, so we have to pick times. Sorry about that, my camera. The battery is getting low. We have to pick times to let those things out. But we've got to do it. Otherwise, who wants to be that kind of adult? I don't. So I don't know if you can tell from all the stuff in the background. So then, oh, cool. Just randomly it was the card before. So it's 34. Let's see, gotta figure out the correct. This one does not want to come in focus. Wonder what it says. The merge. So maybe I couldn't get it to focus. So in the depths rest the treasures. So maybe instead of focusing on like, oh, okay, I've got to do this and I've got to learn this and I got to have fun. I've got to do this activity. Just kind of let it get fuzzy. Like, go out one day with no plan at all. Put your phone away. Don't put AirPods in or headphones on. And literally see what you see. Experience what you experience. I bet you have not explored the areas as close to you as you realize. You probably don't even know your neighbors or the animals in your neighborhood. I guess I'm really on a theme of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. This song keeps playing and playing in my head. So somebody, maybe you're needing to step outside and there's somebody that you need to meet and interact with. I mean, it could be romantic, but it could just be a friendship. I mean, what if your best friend is living right next door to you or down the block, and or maybe you just love trees or flowers. I mean, the flowers that are out right now, at least where I live, I do live in California, so it's beautiful here. I feel very blessed to have been, a California native. But, embodying that life, there was a point in time I couldn't go outside for really literally months at a time. And I had to find new ways of finding that joy. So I started bed dancing. It sounds kind of crazy, but it's really fun. And when I was not able to get up and move around, I still knew that I needed something. So I would put on my headphones and I would blast music and I would lay on my back in the dark and I would just dance. I couldn't get up. I couldn't even sit up sometimes, but I did that and I stretched my limbs as far as they could go, my fingers as far as they could go. And I felt that exuberance listening to something that really made me happy and moving my body. Sometimes if you can just move your face, just move it, just smile, just, move your fingers, be a little more expressive, take a deep breath, close your eyes, be in the moment and let it get fuzzy. Let it merge into what it naturally should be versus trying to force it. And synchronicity. Look for synchronicities in your life. Don't discount something and say, oh, that's a coincidence. Is it? How are you so sure? How are you so sure that everything didn't just align perfectly to get you to that point? Maybe you being late, or getting fired from a job, or a relationship ending, or someone dying. Maybe that had to happen so that you could move into a place where you feel truly happy. Because I think a lot of us are like, oh, I'm happy enough. I'm happy enough. This is good. I could be worse. I mean, geez, we pass by people, the unhoused, and it's like, wow, yes, it's not on the news, just, people getting attacked and people not having places to live and children not having enough to eat. It's literally right in our faces. So it sometimes feels selfish to really immerse ourselves in how wonderful and fortunate we are. But that doesn't serve anything. Being joyful and really having gratitude for what you have is how you create prosperity. And how you create prosperity is giving abundance to everyone. So, like, have that joy, find that joy, find your place, and then give it, share it. I mean, like, really, I think just smile at somebody. I have been so surprised that people have told me, you made me feel cared about and seen just by smiling and not pretending you couldn't see me. And I'm like, wow, that's sad. Sad, but I'm like, oh my God, I could just do that by existing, by just being there, by being aware. That's amazing. Of course, I want to share that. And we got this from the last reading, which is the gateway of sound. And I was just talking about this. Put headphones on, crank up your music, get in your car if you have a car, and, just feel it. Like, change your vibration. Sound really helps, and it creates manifestation. There's no way that you can manifest abundance and happiness and prosperity if you feel desolate and sad and like oh, I don't, nothing goes my way. Well, there you go. Nothing goes your way, because you have now said nothing goes your way. What if you say, no, I feel it? You have to feel it, though. Just like with music, you have to feel the beat, you feel music, and you have to feel love. You cannot phone it in. You've got to, in order to manifest, you really have to go into who you are and realize that you are the answer. You are the gateway to everything you want. And I'm not saying this is like how you get $1 million and stuff, because if that's all you're focusing on, you may get $1 million and then you may lose something huge to you. What do you actually want to feel? So you want to feel comfortable. You want to feel wealthy. You want to feel like you have nothing to worry about. Feel that. Feel it like it is right now. And I know people go, oh, you can't. But when you were a child, you thought you could fly. I mean, like, that's why kids jump off. And don't do that. Kids feel they could jump off a roof and fly. They're like, there are no bounds, and it's amazing in that way. We haven't lost that. We've told ourselves that if we act like that, we will be seen as crazy. Well, I think it's kind of crazy to live a life that you are miserable in. I think that's kind of crazy. I think it's kind of crazy to spend your whole life pretending to be someone you're not. That's weird. I mean, that's what actors do, and we do emulate actors, and we do feel that they're like, somebody to look up to, but they just pretend their whole life. who are they really? Like, would you even really like that person? Or do you just like the fact that they get to pretend for their life, and you like who they pretend to be? So do you really like yourself, or do you just want people to like you and you to like yourself for what mask you put on? And yes, in society, you're demanded that we adhere to expectations, that we act a certain way, that we wear the mask that we were given. Oh, hey, if you were born in this situation, this race, this gender, you must conform. You must be this. And that is so limiting. I mean, that's why kids are so cool, and we're just big kids. All of us are just big kids. Like, remember that. You didn't turn into some other creature when you grew up. You literally have now freedom to manifest everything you imagined. You can fly. You get in a plane. You parasol. You couldn't do that as a kid. You just felt you could. So now you can. You can go out in the middle of the night and go get yourself some cookies. You couldn't do that as a kid. Maybe you shouldn't do that, but hey, you can, stay up all night watching movies. That's amazing. You might be exhausted, but you can still do it. That's what I mean. You can literally do anything you want. We are adults. The choices, the restrictions we put in our path are our decision. That's also what we're choosing. We're putting obstacles in our path. This other card, oh, this is really cool. So, it is, let's see, this camera is funny. Oh, okay, I see, arrow move forward. This is 11, and it's central heart. Okay, the heart space, partnership, soulmate, clarity, heart guides. Okay, so what I see from this is when you find joy, you find love. And when you find love within yourself, you can attract love. It's amazing how synchronicities start showing up when you find it within yourself, because then the frequency is there. So you don't have to search for it. It just starts coming into you because you're attracting it. And that's really how it works. It's as easy as that. It takes no effort. The effort is in thinking that we need to apply effort to manifest. We don't. We actually need to let go. It's the opposite. Let go of our expectations and restrictions and effort in trying to find the right path. So I'm just going to pick one more, and then I got to go because my battery's about to die. 42, fusion, melding. So, balanced schedule, heart living, tantric union. So this is more. When you find your space, you can get into a tantric space with someone. So I am getting some, maybe this isn't a child, maybe this is more of a love reading, which I hadn't seen. So find self-love from a childlike wonder and joy, and you will attract the love you want. It will be the right time and the right place. The synchronicity will be there because you will be there. Love can't arrive for you if you're not there yet. You haven't gotten on the train yet. So, just like kids, love trains. Get on that damn train. Okay, well, I really enjoyed reading for you. And let me know if you got anything that you liked out of this. And please like, subscribe, and comment. That would be awesome. I would really want to know and connect with other energies and have you join me on this amazing journey. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, like I said, like, subscribe, and comment. And again, my name is Claire, the Intuitive Reader, and I really enjoyed reading for you today. Okay, goodbye.